because in the southern states, Mississippi, Alabama, the state government was sponsoring the Klan and other agencies to take away your right to vote, from killing you, to burning your farm, to raping your wife and children, etc. By the way, that family that came to Chicago, that family was the Arthur family. The girls in that family were raped in the basement of the jailhouse in Paris, Texas, while the police and the sheriff were looking for the boys and the father, who they said had killed a white man. Well, they had killed him in defense of the family, and they ran away. The family was taken to the jail, and in the basement the girls were raped. Then the whole family escaped, went to Oklahoma, and finally reached Chicago in 1920. It's a lot in black history. I want to end by saying 3 periods of history. Before the Civil War when blacks fight, and it's documented, you'll see these things again. And then the period after. And last point I think I should make has to do with architecture. We're going to blend in architecture with the stories of the old and the new buildings. And you must be aware that this building was paid for by a black man, Anthony Overton, who owned that building down in the corner there. The Douglas Bank, the hygienic building there, which was a bank, the manufacturing building for beauty aids, and an insurance place. And for a while, the newspaper was down there, the Chicago Bee. He had this built, but not by a black architect. But down the street, a block and a half away, a black architect designed the Knights of Pythias building, the 8-story building that was torn down about 15 years ago.
And we got a tenant that was living in the building right here.
Oh, you lived in the Knights of Pythias building. Bowling alley on the first floor? Did you ever bowl, or were you young? You were too young for that.
So, depends.
Okay, yeah. And we need to, that, by the way, let me end. I'm gonna put a plug in for my organization, the Black Chicago History Forum. I know you've been to some of the meetings. We want you to come out and talk about the Knights of Pythias building. Will you know?
I have a comment.
Oh, anyway, so really that's about, I'm out of time, Bobby.
Yeah, because the library closes at 8 o'clock, so we are rather pressed for time.
Exactly.
Let's give applause for because we're so pressed for time, and I understand this is why Mr. Moore is in the room, to make certain that we tidy up and get things organized. But those of you that may have a pressing question or comment, certainly bring them to either of our speakers, while the rest of us sort of organize ourselves so we can leave out in time.
I'll clean up if you could just wrap it up.
Okay, okay.
And I want to thank you for coming again, and you got to come back.
Yeah, we were here May 1st.
Right.
We crowded this room May 1st. Were you here? You weren't here, were you? You're shaking your head. We were talking about the Bingham State Bank. There used to be a black bank down the corner of 35th and State.
Now, each of you should have in your packet the signature form. I absolutely need this before you leave out so that we can air the presentation that was taped today. So take.
Can I make a comment too?
Sure.
As we mentioned earlier, the training to become a tour guide for this tour that Sherry's developing, in partnership with Professor Reed, we're going to work on some of the training modules for it. They're starting March 5th, and Ms. Williams will get you the information. On the sign-in sheet, you can indicate if you're interested in becoming either a greeter or a tour guide or a reenactor, and she'll get in contact with everybody to send the details of the training. But March 5th, there's a demonstration tour, and then the following Saturdays in March, the training will take place at Quinn Chapel, likely. We're still working on the confirmation. But there'll be a lot of history and the kind of topics that Professor Reed really covered quite brilliantly today. And then some tour techniques, some activities to understand timelines, and some practice routes. So,
And most of you contacted me through the internet, so I'll send a link for being able to view the presentation and also the dates for and where the training will continue. And it's likely through an email, it probably would be the best way for you to decide which area of the tour docent program that you're most interested in. I've already spoken to Juanita, and she clearly knows that she would do well as a reader. And some of the others of you that are here have shared with me that you want to do character portrayals. So it's shaping up that many of you have already volunteered for roles. So thank you for coming out. And certainly we've got sandwiches in the back, and I'm sure that you don't want to carry a thing out. So help yourself, and let's kind of get ourselves ready to leave this room and leave this place. And thank you again.
For the cheers.
And then maybe we can do some more marketing and promoting. Because I like this.
On that.
Thank you, I really appreciate you.
Madonna Roosevelt was doing work on it in the 1890s. This is a tradition we have again, we have hoteliers.
Yeah, well, I met Herman Roberts over
Yeah.
this year, because
Oh,
he
is that
came and did, you know, a Black History presentation at Chicago State University
Oh, that would be good.
last year.
Do you, I would like to say, some information about those. Some historical information when the school started, and what the mission is.
Which one is one?
No, I mean, even though he was short, it's got the practice.
Yeah, and he was wounded. I started seeing the documents where he was wounded in war.
Okay.
Jackson, your bag. I kind of whistled. I said, "This is my bag."
You know who was there? His dad. Everybody knew her. Yoga. Rosalia. Holt.
Yeah.
Holt.
Okay, okay.
Very basic.
Yes.